Hello everyone, today we are going to solve O-Levels paper 1 in a session October-November 2020 paper 1-2. So let's begin with the first question. So in the first question A part, we need to evaluate 4 over 5 minus 2 by 3. So first we need to make the denominator same. So 5 times 3 would be 15. And doing a cross multiplication, 4 times 3 is 12 minus 5 times 2 is 10, and 12 subtract 10 would be 2 out of 15. So the answer is 2 by 15. The B part, we need to evaluate 2.7 times 0.2. So first we need to multiply 27 times 2. So 2 times 7 is 14, 1 and 4. 2 times 2 is 4, and plus 1, 5. So it would be 54. And now we need to count the number of decimal places. So 1 decimal place and 1 decimal place, and the total we have 2 decimal places. So we have 1 and 2 over here. So the answer would be 0.54. Now for question number 2, find the fraction which lies exactly halfway between 3 by 5 and 5 by 7. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, so it is exactly halfway. It means we need to add them and dividing by 2. So 3 by 5 plus 5 by 7 and then dividing by 2. We will get the fraction. Okay, so make the denominator same. 5 times 7 would be 35. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 5 times 5 is 25, dividing by 2. Now we have 5 plus 1, this would be 6, 2 plus 2 would be 4, 46, dividing by 35, and this is dividing by 2, right? Now this would be 46 over 35 times 1 by 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. So the fraction in its simplest form is 23 out of 35. So the answer is 23 by 35. Number 3, factorize. In A part, we have, let me take 4t common. 4 times 3 is 12 and t and minus 1. So this is a factored form. 4t into 3t minus 1. Okay. Now for the B part, we have a and x minus y. And let me make x minus y by taking negative b common and x minus y. So the two factors are x minus y and a minus b. So the answer is a minus b into x minus y. Now for the C part, we need to, it's a quadratic expression. Let me break the midterm. So 1 times 3 is equals to 3, and 1 minus 3 would be equals to minus 2. That's the midterm. So x square plus x minus 3x minus 3. So from here x is common, we are left with x plus 1, negative 3 is common, and x plus 1. So the two factors are x plus 1 and x minus 3. X plus 1 and x minus 3. Okay. In question number 4, write these lengths in order of size starting with the smallest. Okay, so we have the units kilometer, centimeter, millimeter and meters. Okay, now first we need to convert all of them in a same unit. So I would like to convert all of them into meters, right? So first we have a kilometer. So what is the relation between kilometers and meters? As we know that 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters. So we can say 0.043 kilometer would be 0.043 times 1000 meters, right? So it would be, we have 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3. So moving 3 decimal point, 1, 2 and 3. So it would be 43 meters for the first one. Right now for the second one we have a centimeter. So what is the relation between centimeters and meters? As we know that 1 meter has 100 centimeters, right? And what about 433 centimeters? If we have 433 centimeter, it would be 433 meters dividing by 100, right? So it would be 4.33 meters. Now for the third one, we have a millimeter. So 1 meter has 1000 millimeter, right? Okay, and what about 4340 millimeter? So we can say that 4340 millimeter would be equals to 4340 dividing by 1000 meters. So this would be equals to 4.340, right? And the last is already in the form of meters, so we just need to convert it in terms of decimal. So what is 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 plus 1 would be 13, so it would be 13 out of 3. So what is 13 divides 3? So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 4 is 12. 1 is left, and we put a dot and 0, and it would be 10. 3 times 3 is 9, and then again a remainder is 1, and then 10. 3 times 3 is 9, and again 3 times 3 is 9. So it is basically equals to this term is basically equals to 4.333 and continue meters, right? Now all of them are in terms of meters, so which one is the smallest one? So 43, 4.33, 4.340, 4.333. Okay, so the smallest one is 4.33 meters. This one is the smallest one, and this is 433 centimeter. Now for the next one is this one, 4.333. This would be 1 by 3 meters. Now again next one is 4.340, so it would be 4340 millimeter, and the highest one is 43 meters, that is 0.043 kilometer. Okay, now moving to question number 5. In question number 5, Sandra buys a vase for $40 and sell it for $20. Calculate her percentage profit. So the percentage profit is basically we need to find out the profit. She sell for $200 and she buys for $40, so it would be profit would be $160. So it would be $160, and then going to divide with the original price, that would be 40, and then times by 100. Zeros cancel with zeros. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 4 would be 16, and 4 times 100 would be 400%. In number 6, these are the minimum temperatures in degrees Celsius recorded by the weather station each day during 1 week. In A part, find the range of these temperatures. So range is basically higher value subtract the lower value, we will get the range. So which value is the highest value? We need to find from all these values. The highest is negative 0.7. So negative 0.7 subtract which is the lowest value. So lowest value is negative 4.6, right? So it would be negative 0.7 plus 4.6. So let me do it. So 4.6 subtract 0.7, we have 3 over here, and 16. Now what is 16 minus 7? 16 minus 7 would be 9, and 3 minus 0 would be 3. 3.9 degrees Celsius. Now for the B part, how many of these temperatures are between negative 4 degrees Celsius and negative 2 degrees Celsius? Okay, now let me count it between negative 4 and negative 2. Okay, so this temperature is between negative 2.3, is in between minus 4 and minus 2. This is higher, this is lower, lower, lower. This one minus 2.4, and this one minus 3.5. Now we need to find how many of these temperatures. So 3 temperatures are in the range between -4 and -2. Question number 7. By writing each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the value of. Okay, so first we need to write all of them to one significant figure. As you see, we have 6 and the next digit is 0. So keep the 6 as it is and replacing others with zeros. So we have 6.000 whole square. Okay, now we have 2 and the next is 1, so keep the 2 as it is and replacing the other 2 with zeros, times 0 point. We have 3 and the next is 0, so keep the 3 as it is. So we have rounding down here. Okay, now this is basically equals to 6 square dividing by 200 times 0.3. Right, so first what we need to do is if we shift this decimal point to the right, we cancel 1 0, so 6 square would be 36 divides 20 times 3. Right, now we have 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 would be 6, it would be 12 out of 20, and 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 1 is 2 and 0, so what is 6 divides 10? This would be equals to 0.6. So the answer is 0.6. Now in question number 8, in the diagram, the time on the clock is 2:30 p.m. Calculate the reflex angle between the two hands of the clock. Okay, so in order to calculate the reflex angle, the clock is in a shape of a circle, and we know that the circle is basically equals to 360 degree. The complete circle is 360 degree. So first we need to break it, right? So let me break the clock into equal sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, now let me count the total sections. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So the circle is dividing into 12 equal sections, so 360 degrees is going to divide with 12, and we know that 12 times 1 is 12 and 12 times 3 would be 36 and 0, so means each section is basically equals to 30 degree. Each of these section is 30 degree. Right, okay, now we need to find out the reflex angle. Reflex angle is basically this angle, right? Okay, now let me count the sections from this hand of the clock, so this one. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and this section is half, so it would be 15 is the half of 30, right? So 8 complete sections and 1 half section, so it would be 30 degree is going to multiply with 8 plus 15. This would be the reflex angle, right? So 3 times 8 would be 24, and then 0, and then plus 15, so 240, and then plus 15. This would be equals to 5 5 and 2. So the reflex angle would be equals to 255 degrees. In question number 9, A part, we need to simplify this expression. So 3 times 3 is 9a, minus 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2a. Okay, so 9a minus 2a would be equals to 7a, and minus 12 plus 4, this would be equals to negative of 8. So the answer is 7a minus 8. Now for the B part, we have given that 4x is equals to 3y, or from here we can say that x would be equals to 3 dividing by 4y. Find the numerical value of this expression. Now we got the x value from the given information. Just substitute that x over here and finding and simplify it. So this would be 8 times x would be 3 by 4 y plus y dividing by y. right? Okay, so from here we have 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 times 3 would be 6y plus y divide y. This would be equals to 7y dividing by y. Y is cancelled with y and we are left with 7. So the answer would be 7. Now for question number 10, solve the simultaneous equations. So we have a system of linear equations. You can solve it by using a method of substitution or method of elimination. So I would like to use a method of elimination here. So if I can multiply my second equation with 2 and then add the two equations, so this would be 3x minus 2y equals to 12, my first equation. And for second equation, 2 times 4, 8x, 2 times 1 plus 2y, 2 times 5, that is 10. Okay, now let me add these two equations. So what is 8 plus 3? 8 plus 3 would be 11x, positive 2y and negative 2y would be 0, and 12 plus 10 would be equals to 22. So x would be equals to 2. 11 times 2 would be 22. So we got the value for x, that is equals to 2. Now we can substitute the x value into the first equation or second equation and solving for y. So I would like to substitute into second equation 4x plus y equals to 5, and from here the y would be equals to 5 minus 4x. So the y would be equals to 5 minus 4 times x would be 2. So y would be equals to 5 subtract 8. So y value is negative of 3. So x is positive 2 and the y is negative 3. Question number 11, express this number in standard form. Okay, so if I can move the decimal point to the left, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3.4 times 10 exponent 5. That's the standard form. Now for the B part, we need to evaluate this expression, give your answer in standard form. Okay. So 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 would be 8, so it would be 1 by 2. And then times 10, we have 7, subtract 21. I just shifted this exponent into the numerator, so it would be 1 dividing by 2 times 10 power 14, because 7 minus 21 would be minus 14, so shifted it would be positive of 14. Okay, so what is 1 by 2? 1 by 2 is 0.5, and if I shift it in the numerator, it would be 10 exponent negative of 14. Okay, shift this decimal point to the right, it would be 5 times 10 exponent negative of 15. So the answer is 5 times 10 exponent negative 15. Now for the C part, we have given this expression and we need to find the value for k. So that's pretty easy. As you can see, we have 10 exponent a is common in all the terms from the both sides. So let me take 10 exponent a common. We are left with 7 minus 3 and then times 10 exponent negative 1, and here we have k times 10 exponent a. Right, so let me cancel 10 exponent a on both sides and we are left with 7 minus 3 over 10, and this would be equals to k. So I just shifted this 10 exponent minus 1 would be 1 by 10. So 10 times 7 would be 70 minus 3 dividing by 10, and this would be equals to k. So what is 70 minus 3? 70 minus 3 would be equals to 67 dividing by 10, so it would be equals to 6.7. So the k is 6.7. Now question number 12a, we need to simplify this expression. So basically we need to split the exponent on both terms, so 2 cube and x square cube, right? So 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, and x 2 times 3 would be 6. So 8x exponent 6 would be the answer. The B part, we need to simplify this expression. So we have 6t cube. We need to change this division into multiplication, and we have to do 1 divides 2 by 3 t square, right? So what it would be, 6t cube times 2 by 3 would be 3 by 2 t square. Right, so t square and t square is cancelled. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 would be 6, and this would be equals to 3 times 3 is 9 and t. So the answer would be 90. Question number 13a, we have given a set P, a set Q. We need to find the number of P union Q. So first we need to find what is P union Q. So P union Q is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, and 11. So how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So total are 10. The number of P union Q would be 10. Now for the B part, P belongs to A intersection B. This is set A, this is set B, and the intersection would be B, right? Q belongs to A union B complement. A union B complement outside. R belongs to A intersection B complement A and its intersection with the B complement R. On the Venn diagram below, write each of the letters P, Q, and R in its appropriate subset. So we did it. Number 14. This net is folded to make a triangular prism. So I have a net, as you guys can see. Let me fold this net and make a triangular prism. As you can see, this is a triangular prism. Now for the first part, which vertices joins with A? Okay, so let's see where is A. So as we can see that we have A over here. So which vertices joins with A? So the vertex G joins with A and the vertex E joins with A. So the two vertices that joins with A is G and E. So with A we have a vertex G and a vertex E, right? Okay, now for the second part, which edge joins with ED? If I fold the net again, as you can see, we have DE over here. Now which edge joins with DE? As you can see, the edge is AB. So AB joins with DE, right? Now for the C part, FH is 2 centimeter. So let me find FH is 2. Okay, GH is 2 centimeter. So GH is again 2 centimeter. And we have JH, that is 5 centimeter. So JH is this one is 5 centimeter. We need to find the volume of a triangular prism. So volume of a triangular prism is basically area of a cross section times height. So volume of any prism is basically equals to area of cross section times the length, or you can say that the height. Close a net and make a triangular prism. So as you can see that, what is a cross section? So we have two cross sections, this side and this side. So these are the two cross sections. So as you can see that area of a cross section, so this triangle and this triangle, this is a cross section. So what is area of this triangle? Area of a triangle is half base times height. Base is 2, height is 2. So area of a cross section is half base times height and times by length. So what is the length? Length is given to us, that is HJ, that is 5 centimeter. So times by 5. So here let's simplify. 2 is cancelled with 2 and 2 times 5 would be equals to 10. So the volume is 10 centimeter cube. Question number 15. 2 bags contain beads. The first bag contains 7 beads, of which 3 are red and 4 are white. The second bag contains 5 beads, of which 2 are red and 3 are blue. 1 bead is taken at random from each bag. The tree diagram is shown below. Okay, now for the first bag, we have red and white, 3 out of 7 and 4 out of 7. For the second bag, we have red, blue or red, blue. 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5 and 3 out of 5. Find the probability that both beads are red. Okay, so from they said one bead is taken at random from each bag. It means from the first bag we can take red, and from the second bag we can take red. Okay, so from the first bag, the red, it would be 3 out of 7 times the second bag, the red, it would be 2 by 5, right? So 2 times 3 would be 6 and 5 times 7 would be 35. So the probability would be 6 out of 35. Now for the B part, both beads are white. Okay, so as you can see that from the first bag we have white, but from the second bag we have red, blue, red, blue. There is no white in the second bag, so it means the probability would be 0. This is not possible because the second bag does not contain a white bead. Now for the third part, exactly one bead is red. Okay, so exactly one bead is red. It means we can make a combination that from the first bag we can take red, and from the second bag we can take blue, or from the first bag we can take white, and from the second bag we can take red. Exactly one is red, right? So as you can see, from the first we can take red, and from second we can take blue. From the first we can take white, from the second we can take red, right? Okay, so we have red and blue, so 7, 3 out of 7 and 3 out of 5. So we have 3 by 7 times 3 by 5 plus, okay, and white and red, so 4 by 7 and 2 by 5. 4 by 7 times 2 by 5. Okay, let me simplify this expression. 3 times 3 would be 9 over 7 times 5 is 35 plus 2 times 4 is 8 over 35. So we have 9 plus 8, that would be equals to 17 out of 35. So the probability that exactly one bead is red is 17 over 35. Number 16, the height of a sample of plants were measured. The results are shown in the table and in the histogram. Okay, so we have given the height at centimeter and we have given the frequency. Now in the histogram, the height is horizontally and the frequency density is vertically. Now for the first part, use the histogram to find the value of P. Okay, so where is P? P is over here. Okay, so P lies in the class of 15 and 25. So first, as we know the formula that frequency density would be equals to frequency over class width. Okay, so the frequency is P. What is a class width? From 15 to 25, the class width is 10, right? 25 minus 15 would be 10. And what is a frequency density? That is from 15 to 25, the frequency density is 4. Right? Now let's substitute it and find out the value for P. Since the frequency density is 4, frequency is P, class width is 10. So 4 times 10, this would be the value for P, that is 40. So the P value is 40. Now for the second part, complete the histogram. Okay. So as you can see, we have 5 to 10, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 10 to 15, 15 to 25, 15 to 25. The first three is already done. We just need to solve this one, 25 to 40. From this 25 to this 40. Okay, the frequency is 30 and we need to find out the frequency density by using the same formula. Frequency is 30. What is a class width? The class width from 25 to 40, this would be equals to 15. right? And now let me substitute it into this formula and find out the frequency density. So the frequency density would be equals to frequency, that is 30, over class width, that is 15. 15 times 1 is 15, 15 times 2 would be 30. So the frequency density would be equals to 2. So let me draw it. So over here we have 2. Question number 17. The diagram shows the position of 3 boats A, B and C. Okay. So we have boat A, boat B and then boat C. And on A we have a north line as well. Now for the first part, by measurement, find the bearing of B from A. Okay. So we need to find the bearing of B from a point A. It means they already do the north line at point A. We just need to find this angle. Right? Okay, so that's pretty easy. So if I can extend the north line in this, so we can see that this straight line is 180 degree, right? Plus this angle would be the bearing of B from point A. So use a protractor and find out the angle. So this straight angle is 150. Right, as you guys can see, this what is representing 150, right? So this angle is 150. Now let me add both of them to find the bearing of B from point A. So 180 plus 150, this would be 0 plus 0 would be 0, 8 plus 5 would be 13, 1 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. So the bearing of B from point A would be 330 degree. Okay, now for the B part, CX is a bisector of angle ACB. Okay, C to X is a bisector of angle ACB. It means it cuts the angle C into 2 equal sections. Now for the first part, use compasses and a straight edge only. Construct the locus of points inside the triangle ABC that are equidistant from B and C. Okay, so we need to work inside and from B and C. Okay, so that's pretty easy. So we can open the compass, that is more than half of the length of BC, put it on B and draw an arc inside of the triangle and outside of the triangle. Do the same at point C, outside and inside. Right, now we have the 2 points of intersection. We need to connect them with a straight line, but keep in mind, work inside of the triangle. Right? Okay, now for the second part, a ship is near to AC then to BC. Okay, so a ship is near to AC then to BC, so it is closer to AC downward, and nearer to C than to B. Okay, and it is near to C as compared to B, right? And shade the region in which this ship is situated. Okay, so it is closer to AC as compared to BC. It means this lower section, and it is closer to C than to B, so means this one is a shaded region. This one is a shaded section. Question number 18. The diagram is a distance time graph of Safira's journey from home to a shop and back again. She leaves the home at 8:15 and return at 8:50. Right. Now for the first part, how many minutes does she stay in the shop? Okay, so as we know that she leaves home at 8:15, she reaches the shop at 8:30, and you can see this is a straight line. This graph is a straight line. It means that she is in the shop. There is no distance covered over here, and then she leaves the shop and then return back to home. So she reached the shop at 8:30 and she leaves the shop at 8:35, right? She reaches at 8:30, leaves at 8:35. So how much time she stay in the shop? That is just 5 minutes, right? 8:30 to 8:35. Now for the B part, her at 8:30, her brother leaves home and goes to the shop. He walks at the same speed as Safira. On the grid, draw the graph of his journey to the shop. Okay, 8:30, keep in mind. He leaves at 8:30, right? Okay, so we need to, and we know the information that he walks at the same speed as Safira. So she leaves at 8:15 and reach the shop at 8:30 after 15 minutes, right? Now when he leaves the home at 8:30, so after 15 minutes it would be 8:45, right? He reaches the shop at 8:45. So this would be the straight line, and keep in mind this line must be parallel to this line, right? Now for the second part, how far is he from the shop when he meets Safira? Okay, so as we know that he meets Safira at this point when the time is 8:40, right? So how far is he from the shop? He is at 800 and the shop is at 1200, right? So we can do 1200 subtract 800, it would be 400 meters. So how far is he from the shop when he meets Safira? He is just 400 meters away from the shop when he meets her sister. Now for the C part, calculate the speed Safira walks to the shop. Give your answer in kilometer per hour. Okay, as we know that the formula for the speed is distance over time, right? We need to calculate the speed Safira walks to the shop. Okay, so this is basically when she walks to the shop. This is a right angle triangle. Leaves the house at 8:15 and walks to the shop at 8:30, right? So speed is distance over time. So what is a complete distance? Distance is 1200 meters. And what is the time? Time is from 8:15 to 8:30. It would be 15 minutes. And the complete distance would be 1200 meters. But keep in mind, we need to find the answer in terms of kilometer per hour, right? We know that the distance is 1200 meters. Convert it into kilometer, and the time is 15 minutes. So convert the minutes also into hours, right? So what is the relation between meters and kilometers? So we know that 1 kilometer has 1000 meters, right? So what would be 1 meter? 1 meter would be 1 over 1000 kilometer, right? Now what is 1200 meters? 1200 meters would be equals to 1200 over 1000 kilometer. 0 is cancelled with 0. This 0 is cancelled with 0. What is 12 divides 10? This would be 1.2 kilometer. So 1200 meters would be equals to 1.2 kilometer, right? Now what is 15 minutes? How can we convert minutes into hours, right? As we know that 1 hour has 60 minutes, so we can do 15 minutes is going to divide with 60, right? So this would be 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 2 would be 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 4 is 12. It would be 1/4 hours, right? Okay, now let me put it back. So it would be speed would be distance over time. Distance in terms of kilometer is 1.2 kilometer over time in terms of hour is 1/4 hour. So 1.2 times 4/1, right? So it would be 4 times 1 would be 4, 0.4 times 2 would be 8 kilometer per hour, right? So the speed would be 4.8 km per hour. Question number 19. Triangle A and triangle B and the point P, that is negative 2, 2, are drawn on the grid. So as we can see that the triangle A, triangle B and the point minus 2, 2 is on the grid. Now for the first part, A1, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. Okay, so as we can see, A and B, so this point would be this point, 1, 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have equal distance along this line. So it is basically a reflection across x-axis, or we can say that across a line y equals to 0, right? So reflection across x-axis or a line y equals to 0. Right. Now for the second part, write down the matrix that represent this transformation. Okay, so if I can draw the coordinate system, so as you can see, if the point lies over here, it would be 1, 0, and this point would be x is 0, y is 1. This point x would be 0, y is negative 1. So as you can see, the triangle A is in the first quadrant and it reflects into the fourth quadrant. So means this point stays the same, that is 1, 0, but this point would be 0 and negative 1, right? Now for the B part, triangle A is mapped onto triangle C by an enlargement, right? So we have an enlargement, center P, scale factor negative 1/2. On the grid, draw and label the triangle C. Okay, so first thing, keep in mind that the scale factor is negative 1/2. This negative scale factor is give us the information that the triangle C must lies into the opposite quadrant from triangle A. So it means if the triangle A lies in the first quadrant, then the triangle C must lies in the second quadrant. This negative scale factor just give us this information, right? So it is basically a reflection, right? Okay, now if I can say that this point is A, this would be B, and this would be C, and it passes to the point B. This would be the center this time, not the origin is a center, the center is a point B. Okay, so what is A? A is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, so it would be negative 4 to the left and no up and down. Now for B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So negative 8 because it is left and no up and down. Now what about C? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be negative 4 to the left and 1, 2 and 2 units down. So negative 2, right? So if we can multiply these points with the scale factors 1/2 times 1/2 and times by 1/2, what would be the new coordinates, right? So it would be equals to negative 2, 0. This would be equals to negative 4, 0, and this would be equals to negative 2, negative 1, right? Okay, now from point P, where A lies, negative 2 and 0, so it means 2 units to the left, 1 and 2, and no up and down. This would be the point A prime. B would be negative 4 and 0, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 0, so this would be your B prime, right? And where is C? C is negative 2, negative 1, 1, 2, this would be negative 2 and down, so it would be negative 1, so it would be C prime. So here is a triangle C. That is an enlargement of triangle A by a scale factor of negative 1/2 and across a center P. Question number 20. So the diagram shows a sequence of patterns. Each pattern has one more row and two more dots in each row. one more row and 2 more dots in each row than the pattern before. On the diagram, draw pattern 4. So we have a pattern 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for the first pattern, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. Now it would be 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more row and 2 more dots in each row, right? In this row we have 1 dot, right? In this row it would be adding 2, it would 3 dots, and then again adding 2, 5 dots, again adding 2, 7 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let me complete the pattern 4. So this is a pattern 4. Now for the B part in A, complete the table for the first 4 patterns in this sequence. Okay, so as you can see, we have a pattern numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 to n. Number of rows. How many rows in the first pattern? 2 rows, and then 3 rows, 4 rows, and we have 5 rows because we are adding 1 more row. And the number of dots in each rows. So how many dots in each row? 1 dot, 3 dot, and we have 5 dots, and then 7 dots, adding 2 each time. Total number of dots. So 1 times 2, 2. 3 times 3, 9. 4 times 5 would be 20, and 5 times 7 would be 35, right? And it would be P times Q, right? Now for the second part, find an expression in terms of n for P. Okay, for this P. So as you can see, P represent the number of rows. So the number of rows are 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So when the pattern is 1, it is 2. So means it is n plus 1. When n is 1, adding 1, 1 plus 1, 2. When n is 2, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4, and so on. Now for the third part, find an expression in terms of n for Q. Okay, so what is Q? Q is over here. It represent number of dots in each row. Okay, so 1 dot, 3 dot, 5 dot, 7 dot, and Q. So what is the difference between the terms? The difference is 2. So we can say 2n. So when n is 1, 2 times 1 would be 2, but we have 1 over here. So 2 minus 1 would be equals to 1. And when n is 2, 2 times 2 would be 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So 2n minus 1 would be the expression for Q. Now for the fourth part, they said find an expression in terms of n for the total number of dots in pattern n. So we can see that the total number of dots would be P times Q. So this would be n plus 1 times 2n minus 1, right? Question number 21. The diagram shows a triangle formed by joining the points A, B, C. The equation of the line BC is this. So B to C, we have given the equation of line, that is 2x plus 3y would be equals to 32. Right? In the region inside the triangle ABC is defined by 3 inequalities. One of these is when 2x plus 3y is lower than, its lower portion is shaded, so less than 32. Write down the other 2 inequalities. Okay, so what is this straight line? So as you can see, y is 2, y is 2. So this straight line is y equals to 2. And what this inequality represent? So all the values of y that is above 2, above is shaded. So this inequality we can write it down, y is greater than 2, right? Okay, now let me find out the equation of line for AC. Okay, so we have given the 2 points. We can easily find out the equation of line AC. So first we need to find the slope of AC. So what is the slope of AC? As we know, the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So A is x1, y1, and B AC, sorry, it's C. And C is x2 and y2. y2 minus y1, this would be 8, subtract 2, over x2 minus x1, this would be 4 minus 1. So this would be equals to 6 over 3, and 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 would be 6. So the slope would be 2. right? Okay, now we can use the equation of line. Y minus y naught over x minus x naught would be equals to m. This equation of line we're going to use. So x naught and y naught, we can use any point. We can use A or C. This is up to you. So I would like to use A, that is 1, 2. So this would be y minus y naught is 2 over x minus x naught is 1. This would be equal to the slope 2. So let's do a cross multiplication and find out the value for the equation of line. So y minus 2 would be equals to 2x minus 2. So negative 2 would be cancelled out, so y would be equals to 2x. So the equation of line for AC is y equals to 2x for AC. Okay, now what this inequality represent? All the shaded portion is lower, so y is less than 2x. Y is less than 2x. Now for the second part, part B, the point K7, where K is an integer. So keep in mind, K is an integer that lies inside the triangle, inside of the triangle ABC. Find the possible values of K. K7, so X value is K and the Y value is 7. Okay. So going back to the triangle, so as we can see that this point where is 4, 8 means the y value is 8. So 7 must lies below 8. Let's say 7 lies over here. So first I would like to draw the line. This red line is representing y equals to 7, right? Now it cuts the triangle at this point and at this point, right? Now, basically we need to find the value of x over here and the value of x over here, right? So as we can see that this x value must satisfy this equation BC, that is 2x plus 3y would be equals to 32. So if I can substitute y equals to 7 in this equation, we can easily find out the value for y. So if I can do it over here, so 2x plus 3 times 7 equals to 32. So 2x would be equals to 32 subtract 21. So what is 32 subtract 21? This is 11, and x would be equals to 11 dividing by 2. 2 times 5 is 10, dot 2 times 5 is 10. So x is 5.5. So here the x value is 5.5. Now we need to find the x value on this line AC. So the equation of line for AC is y equals to 2x. When the y is 7, so 7 dividing by 2 would be equals to x. And 2 times 3 would be 6. And 2 times 5 is 10. This would be equals to x. So x is 3.5. So it means the value of k must lies between 3.5 and 5.5, because these 2 points 3.5 and 5.5 lies on the triangle, but we need to find the value of k that must lies inside the triangle, right? So that must be inside and it must be an integer. So what integer lies between 3.5 and 5.5? So we have an integer 4 that lies between these two, and we have an integer 5. So the two possible values of k are 4 and 5. Question number 22. In the diagram, A, B, C, D, and E lies on a circle centered at O. A, B, C, D, E. These points lies on a circle and its center is O. AOB is 48. AOB is 48. DEB. Okay. DEB is 54. In A part, we need to find the value of x. Okay. So that's pretty easy, as we can see that if we can use a triangle ABC. OA, this line, and OB. These two are the radii of a circle. Right, so OA and OB are the radii of a circle, so it means that these two sides are same, and when two sides of a triangle is same, that triangle is isosceles triangle. It means angle A and angle B must be same. right? So now we are going to use the sum of all angles of a triangle in the triangle ABC, ABO. So angle A is x degree, angle B is x degree, angle O is 48. This would be equals to 180 degree, right? So 2 times x would be equals to 180, subtract 48. So what is 180? Subtract 48. We have 7 over here and 10. 10 minus 8 would be 2. And 7 minus 4, 3 and 1. So x would be equals to 132 dividing by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. And 2 times 6 is 12. So the angle x would be 66. Right? Now for the B part, we need to find the value for y. So where is y? So as we can see that y is over here. So if we consider the triangle BDE, this bigger one, and O is the center, right? BDE and O is the center of BDE, because B to O and O to D. So if the angle on the circumference is 54, the angle on the center must be twice of the angle on the circumference. So what is 2 times of 54? We will get the angle y. So we have 2 times 54. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. So the angle y is 108 degrees. Right? Now in the C part, we need to find the value for z. So this is angle z. So if we consider the quadrilateral BCDE, this quadrilateral, what is the front angle of angle z? 54 is a front angle of angle z, right? So this angle z must be a supplementary angle, right? So it means z plus 54 must be a supplementary angle, 180 degree. So what is z? Z would be equals to 180, subtract 54. So if I can do 180, take away 54, 7 and 10. 10 minus 4, this would be 6. 7 minus 5 would be 2 and 1. So the angle z would be 126 degree. Question number 23. In the diagram, the circles with centers O and Q touches at P. The circle is, this center is Q, this center is O. They touches at point P. Where OPQ is a straight line. OPQ, this is a straight line. The line ORT intersects the smaller circle at R, and is tangent to the larger circle at T, and it's tangent to the larger circle at T. So when it is tangent, it means this is a right angle, right? Now O to R is 4 centimeter. This OR is 4 centimeter. It means OP is also 4 centimeter, because these are the two radii of a small circle. And RT is 6 centimeter. So R to T is 6 centimeter. And QT is again a radius of a bigger circle, that is X. So PQ is also X, right? The radius of a larger circle is x centimeter. Now calculate the value for x. We need to calculate the radius of a bigger circle, the value of x. So as we can see that it is a right angle triangle, right? So what would be this side? O to T is 4 plus 6. This would be 10. T to Q is x, and O to Q would be 4 plus x. We added both of them. So if it is a right angle triangle, we can easily use a Pythagoras theorem and find out the value of x. So let me draw it separately. Right angle is T, O and Q. T to O is 10. T to Q is x, and Q to O would be 4 plus x. This is the hypotenuse. Okay, so hypotenuse square would be equals to x square plus 10 square, right? So it would be 16 plus 4 times 2, 8x plus x square. This would be equals to x square plus 100, right? So we can cancel the x squares on both sides. We are left with 8x would be equals to 100 subtract 16. 100 subtract 16 would be equals to 84. So 8x would be 84. So x would be equals to 84 divide 8, right? Now 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 would be 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2, right? Now we are left with 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 is left. Dot 2 times 5 is 10. So the value for x is 1.5 centimeter. Radius of a bigger circle is 1.5. Question number 24. The matrix A is given to us. We need to find the matrix A square. So A square is basically equals to A times A. So A times A. 2, -3, 1, -2 times 2, -3, 1, -2, right? So rows are going to multiply with the column. 2 times 2 would be 4. 1 times 3, -3. 2 times 1 would be 2. 1 times 2, -2. 3 times 2 would be -6. 2 times 3 would be +6. 3 times 1 is -3. 2 times 2 would be 4. So what it would be? So we have 1, 0, 0, and 1. So the A square would be an identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1 of order 2 cross 2. Now for the B part, the matrix X satisfies the equation X times some matrix A would be equals to 0, 2, and find X. Okay, so when a product of a matrix is multiplying with 2 cross 2 matrix and it would be just a row matrix, it means X must be a row matrix. X must be A, B, this matrix, right? So let me do it. When X is A, B, and a matrix A, 2, -3, 1, -2, this would be equals to 0, 2. Right? So let me make an equation. A times 2 would be 2A. B times -3, -3B would be equals to 0. This is our first equation. Right? And from here we have 2A would be equals to 3B. And A would be equals to 3 dividing by 2B. For the second equation, AB is going to multiply with 1 and -2. So we have A minus 2B would be equals to 2. Now the A value is 3 by 2B. So we have 3 dividing by 2B minus 2B would be equals to 2. So from here we can easily find out the value for B. 2 times 2 would be 4. So 3B minus 4B dividing by 2 would be equals to 2. So 3 minus 4 would be minus B would be equals to 4, or we can say B would be equals to negative of 4, right? Now substituting that B value into the A, so here the A would be equals to 3 dividing by 2 into negative of 4. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So A would be equals to negative of 6. So the matrix X is A is -6 and the B value is -4. So this is the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, you can let me know in a comment section, and please subscribe to my channel if you want the complete solutions of the past papers of A levels and O levels mathematics. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Take care.